November the 11th, Remembrance Day. The day when the First World War came to an end. It's 100 years since the armistice. What we tend to forget is that the boys on the front line were, well, boys. It's kind of worrying. But lads back then were better, more austere, more proper, right? No, they were lads. We often think of the music of World War I as pick up your troubles in an old kit bag, Over There and The Last Post. All proper songs. Although these songs were not the only ones sung.
And come your troubles in your own kit bag and smile, smile, smile. The word over there that the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drum, drum coming everywhere.
Most of them were chants, marching songs. My favourite has to be We're Here Because We're Here, a monotonous chant just containing 3 words over and over again, in a chant that could last hours. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. It's kind of symbolic of the war of attrition. There isn't any reason, there just is. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. This song reminds us that this was not a heroic war. It was a war full of people questioning their own existence and when it will end. There was another song for that. Most songs we think of this time contain nothing but positivity. However, this was only on the radio. A modern rendition of an old folk song, which I think is best sung by Harley Poe, is called The Worms Crawl In, also known as the Hearse Song. It contains nothing but imagery of a corpse decomposing. Many variations of this song were sung during the war, though here are a few known choruses.
Never laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die.
Remember, these lyrics are over 100 years old.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, they crawl all over your dirty snout. Your chest caves in and your eyes pop out and your brain turns to sauerkraut.
Boys contemplating what happens after death is not always pretty. Somehow, at least for me, I find contentment that lads over 100 years ago were somehow even more edgy than the lads of today, even without resorting to profanity. Yet when those on the front line did swear, my goodness, they did it well. On the way to the Battle of the Somme, Lynn MacDonald wrote that General Douglas Haig overheard a song sung by a column of British soldiers that made him comment thusly: "I like the tune, but you know that under any circumstances those words are inexcusable." Most likely flustered, Haig mounted his horse and rode to the front of the column to reprimand the battalion commander, only to find the colonel singing as heartily as any other man the song "Do Your Balls Hang Low?" Do your balls hang low? Do they dangle to and fro? Can you tie 'em in the knot? Can you tie 'em in the bow? Can you sling 'em over your shoulder like a lousy fucking soldier? Do your balls hang low? Now sung as a scout song as Do Your Ears Hang Low, it's still a reminder that these were not always serious times, and there were many more songs for many more situations. You want a song that's messed up? Listen to 3 Germans cross the Rhine.
3 German officers crossed the line, they freaked the women and drank the wine in hanky-panky parley-moo.
A song about hating your superiors? Hanging on the old barbed wire.
I want to find a battalion, I know where they are, they're hanging on the old barbed wire.
A song about not wanting to join the army? I don't want to join the army.
I don't want to join the army, I don't want to go to war.
There are so many more lad songs that don't get publicised because they don't send the right message of a proper soldier fighting the noble cause, even though almost all of them didn't want to be there. So this year I wear a poppy, not to celebrate World War I. It was an atrocious time in our history. I wear it to remember the men who fought for what I have today. After all, they were just lads.